Life unfolds in mysterious ways, doesn't it? Every encounter, every moment, feels like a thread weaving the intricate tapestry of our existence. What if the people who cross our paths are not mere coincidences, but whispers of destiny? Imagine a world where every relationship holds a lesson, a secret waiting to be unveiled. As we dive deeper into the realm of Zen, we discover that these connections can ignite profound spiritual growth. Picture a mentor who appears just when you're lost, or a stranger whose words resonate with your soul. Each story carries a pulse of enlightenment, inviting reflection and deep understanding. What if the challenges brought by others are mirrors, reflecting parts of ourselves we've yet to explore? The universe has a way of aligning these encounters, guiding us toward awakening. So let's embark on a journey through 7 enlightening tales, where every character reveals a facet of our shared human experience. These stories will challenge perceptions, stir emotions, and perhaps awaken a sense of purpose. Hold on tight as we unravel the threads that connect us all. Are you ready to see the unseen? Interconnection of lives in the vast tapestry of existence. The idea of interconnection stands out. According to Buddhist teachings, every being is linked in some way. This concept helps us understand that our actions and emotions ripple through the lives of others. When we recognize this interconnectedness, it changes how we interact with the people around us. We begin to see them less as separate entities and more as threads woven into our own lives. This realization can be profound. It encourages empathy and compassion. When someone is struggling, we're reminded that their pain affects us too. Conversely, their joy can uplift us. These connections are not merely physical. They also encompass emotional and spiritual ties. Understanding this helps us approach relationships with a sense of responsibility and care. In our daily lives, we often forget this interconnected nature. We might get caught up in our problems, overlooking how our feelings can influence those around us. But when we take a step back, we see that every interaction is an opportunity to strengthen this bond. A simple smile or a kind word can spread positivity, while negativity can create distance. Realizing that our lives are intertwined encourages us to be more mindful. It's an invitation to nurture our relationships and invest in them. After all, each person we meet has a role to play in our journey. They reflect parts of ourselves, acting as mirrors that help us grow. In this way, understanding interconnection is not just a philosophical concept, but a practical guide for living. It teaches us to cherish our connections and recognize the beauty in our shared existence. By appreciating how we're all in this together, we can foster deeper, more meaningful relationships. Encounters as learning opportunities. Every person who crosses our path carries a lesson. This idea is essential in understanding how encounters shape our spiritual growth. Each interaction, whether brief or lasting, offers insights that can lead us toward personal transformation. When we approach these encounters with openness, we open the door to learning. Think about the people who've come into your life unexpectedly. Some might have challenged your beliefs or pushed you out of your comfort zone. Others may have offered support during tough times. These experiences remind us that everyone we meet can teach us something valuable. It's as if the universe sends these individuals to guide us on our journey. Moreover, these lessons often emerge from the most unlikely situations. A disagreement with a friend can reveal our own biases, while a chance meeting with a stranger can spark inspiration. The key is to remain receptive and to reflect on what each person might be trying to teach us. This mindset enriches our interactions and deepens our understanding of ourselves and others. As we recognize these learning opportunities, we can cultivate gratitude. Each encounter becomes a chance to grow, pushing us closer to our spiritual goals. Instead of viewing challenges as obstacles, we start to see them as stepping stones on our path. This shift in perspective fosters resilience and a more profound appreciation for our experiences. In the end, every relationship is a learning opportunity. By embracing this idea, we can transform our lives and the lives of those around us. Each connection holds the potential for growth, urging us to evolve into better versions of ourselves. Karma and relationships. Karma is a powerful concept that shapes our relationships in significant ways. It's the idea that our past actions influence our present circumstances. In the context of interpersonal connections, this means that the energy we put out into the world returns to us, often through the people we encounter. Whether positive or negative, our karma plays a crucial role in how we interact with others. When we think about our relationships, it's essential to recognize the impact of our past actions. If we've treated others with kindness, we're likely to attract similarly positive connections. Conversely, unresolved issues or negative behaviors can lead to challenging interactions. Understanding this dynamic encourages us to take responsibility for our actions and their consequences. Moreover, karma teaches us about forgiveness and personal growth. If we find ourselves in difficult relationships, it's an opportunity to reflect on our past choices. Instead of dwelling on blame, we can ask ourselves what lessons we need to learn. This process allows us to break negative cycles and cultivate healthier connections moving forward. In this way, karma acts as a guiding principle in our lives. It reminds us that we're all interconnected and that our actions have ripple effects. By being mindful of how we treat others, we can create a positive environment that fosters love and understanding. Each encounter becomes a chance to improve our karma and ultimately our relationships. Ultimately, acknowledging the influence of karma encourages us to act with intention. It empowers us to make choices that align with our spiritual values. When we understand that our actions matter, we can cultivate deeper, more meaningful connections with those around us. The art of acceptance is a powerful tool in our relationships. When we meet new people, it's easy to have expectations about who they should be. However, embracing them as they are can lead to profound growth. Each individual we encounter has a unique story and set of experiences that shape their behavior. Accepting them without judgment allows us to learn from their differences. This acceptance cultivates a sense of peace within us, enabling a deeper connection. Moreover, accepting others helps us to understand our own limitations. We often project our desires and ideals onto others, which can lead to disappointment. By letting go of these expectations, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress. This doesn't mean we have to agree with everyone. It simply means we acknowledge their existence and the lessons they bring. In this way, acceptance becomes a gateway to compassion and understanding. In relationships, acceptance can also soften conflicts. When we approach disagreements with an open heart, we create space for dialogue rather than defensiveness. This shift in perspective can transform potential arguments into opportunities for growth and connection. By recognizing the role of each person in our journey, we learn to appreciate the diversity around us. Additionally, acceptance fosters empathy. When we accept someone, we start to see the world through their eyes. This practice not only enriches our relationships, but also deepens our understanding of the human experience. We learn to appreciate the struggles and triumphs of others, which in turn reflects back on our own life. Ultimately, the art of acceptance is about surrendering control. Life is unpredictable, and people will always surprise us. Embracing this unpredictability helps us to navigate relationships with grace. Each encounter holds the potential for growth, and by accepting others, we step into a world of endless possibilities. Stories of transformation are often born from unexpected encounters. Many individuals can recall a moment when meeting someone profoundly changed their path. These experiences can range from a brief conversation to a lasting friendship. Each story is unique, yet they all share a common theme: the impact of human connection. For instance, consider the story of someone who met a mentor during a difficult time. This mentor provided guidance and support, helping them to rediscover their passion. The lessons learned during this relationship were not just about professional growth, but also personal development. Such transformations often come when we least expect them, reminding us of the magic of human connection. Another powerful narrative involves a chance meeting that led to a lifelong friendship. Two people from vastly different backgrounds found common ground in their struggles. Through their bond, they discovered new perspectives and learned to navigate their challenges together. This friendship not only changed their lives but also inspired others around them, creating a ripple effect of transformation. These stories often highlight the importance of vulnerability. When individuals open themselves up to others, they create space for genuine connections. It's in these moments of honesty and openness that real change occurs. People begin to see themselves reflected in others, and this recognition can spark significant personal growth. Ultimately, stories of transformation remind us that every encounter has the potential to shape our lives. Whether it's a fleeting moment or a lasting relationship, Each person we meet brings invaluable lessons. By embracing these connections, we can transform our own lives and the lives of those around us. The role of suffering in relationships. Suffering often feels like an unwelcome guest in our relationships. Yet, it's important to recognize that challenges can be catalysts for growth. Difficult experiences often reveal our true selves and test the bonds we share with others. Through these trials, we learn resilience and develop a deeper understanding of one another. Consider a relationship strained by conflict. While the discomfort can be overwhelming, it often forces individuals to confront their feelings and beliefs. This confrontation can lead to healing conversations that strengthen the bond. In this way, suffering can serve as a teacher, guiding us toward deeper empathy and connection. Moreover, shared suffering can unite people. When we navigate hardships together, we create a sense of camaraderie. This collective experience can foster a strong sense of belonging. It's often through these tough times that relationships are solidified, as individuals come to rely on each other for support and understanding. Additionally, suffering can encourage personal reflection. It pushes us to examine our behavior and how it affects others. This self-awareness is crucial for healthy relationships. When we recognize our own patterns, we can make more intentional choices moving forward. This process of reflection can lead to growth, both individually and collectively. Ultimately, while suffering is a natural part of relationships, it doesn't define them. Instead, it can be a transformative force that encourages growth and deeper connections. By embracing the lessons that come from difficult times, we can cultivate stronger, more meaningful relationships. Cultivating compassion. Compassion is often seen as a lofty ideal, but in reality, it's a practice we can integrate into our daily lives. When we cultivate compassion, we start to view others through a lens of understanding and empathy. This shift in perspective allows us to connect with people on a deeper level, acknowledging their struggles and joys. By recognizing that everyone faces challenges, we create an environment where kindness can flourish. In our relationships, practicing compassion means actively listening to others without judgment. When someone shares their experiences, instead of jumping to conclusions or offering unsolicited advice, we can simply hold space for their feelings. This act of being present can be incredibly validating for the other person. It fosters trust and encourages open communication. When we listen with compassion, we show that we care about their well-being, which can strengthen our bond. Moreover, compassion also involves being gentle with ourselves. Often we are our harshest critics. When we make mistakes or face setbacks, it's easy to fall into self-doubt. However, by treating ourselves with the same kindness we extend to others, we can navigate our emotions more effectively. This self-compassion not only improves our mental health, but also allows us to approach our relationships with a more open heart. In the context of spiritual growth, compassion serves as a catalyst for transformation. It encourages us to step outside our comfort zones and engage with the world around us. When we practice compassion, we begin to see the interconnectedness of all beings. This awareness can lead to a profound sense of unity and purpose, enriching our spiritual journey. Lastly, the practice of compassion can create a ripple effect. When we show compassion to others, it inspires them to do the same. This chain reaction has the power to uplift entire communities. Simple acts of kindness can transform relationships and foster a culture of understanding. By committing to cultivate compassion in our lives, we not only enhance our own journey, but also contribute positively to the world around us. As we reflect on these 7 Zen stories, it's clear that every person who crosses our path carries a unique lesson. Whether they bring joy, challenge, or even heartache, each encounter is an opportunity for growth. Have you ever thought about the last person who impacted your life? What lesson did they teach you? In the tapestry of our existence, every thread is woven with intention. Just like the stories we've explored, our lives are filled with moments that shape who we are. Can you recall a time when a seemingly random meeting changed your perspective? As we journey through life, let's remember to be present. Each interaction can be a doorway to deeper understanding and compassion. How can you embrace the lessons from those around you today? Take a moment to reflect. Who in your life has challenged you to grow? What insights can you gather from them? By being mindful of these connections, we can unlock the true essence of our experiences. So, keep your heart open and your mind receptive. The universe has a way of bringing the right people into our lives at the right time. What will you do with the lessons they bring?